Yeah, technical glitches. There's a lot of technical glitches in these lives. Right, yeah, we will get there. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully we're okay. I can see that we're ticking along there. So let's have a look and see if we're live. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK, and I'm going to show you how to make this lovely fold down box prototype for the next video that I'm going to be putting on here on my channel. Okay, I create bespoke wedding bouquets and connect with you online to create the bouquet of your dreams. That's why I'm here. So, and we make all our wedding bouquets from scratch. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to make sure that I am actually live on here, and I can see my live coming up there. That's great. Just so I can see your comments. That's the only reason, so I can see your comments on here. Okay, guys, so let's get started. I'm going to be, you can see my reflection. Hello. So I'm going to thinking about using these. I've got this metallic card that I bought in a charity shop, and it's only 50p basically. So I think it was, I don't know how many sheets were in there. I think it's about 10 sheets. Oh, 5 gold and 5 silver. Okay, so I don't know what sort of combination I'm going to use, but this will be in the video when I do. Okay, so that's something to look out for. And if I do use this one, I'll probably use it with the silver because obviously the gold clashes a bit. Okay, so we're going to do like a Christmassy, a sort of a Christmassy feel to this one. So this is our prototype for our box. And as you can see, this joins together, okay, and you just pull it out. I haven't done the bit inside, but what I wanted to do for the bit inside, let me explain, is that's going to be your bouquet piece, the bit inside. And I don't know, I'm not sure which I'm going to have the top of. The bride's going to hold either the top or the bottom of the box, okay. I think I'll probably do it as a bottom piece that she holds at the top there, and it comes down, okay. And then what you have is you have this going down. It's like a big concertina, because I haven't made it, I'm gonna have to show you. Big concertina. This concertina will all be the same size. Let me just, might be easier to do it this way. And it joins together, okay. It joins together, and yeah, joins together, and it's quite exciting really, because then what happens is it all folds down, okay, like this. So that's connected to this, and it all folds in like that, okay. And that's the idea with that. You've got concertina in the middle, and it all comes out, and it folds down. So she'd hold it at the top, and the concertina would hang down like this, okay. And we would decorate all this up to disguise it, but we have to be very clever with this piece, because we don't want to see much of the edge of this box, and if we do, we want it to be nicely decorated. Okay, so I have got some measurements for this box, and I thought I would also show you that we've got some stars that I think of doing stars, and I had some smaller stars as well, or we could even do holly or something like that. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to decorate it, but what I thought was, say that was a top. I think that's better to have that as a top piece, because then you haven't got to worry about these pieces here. And I thought you could have, say if that sits in there like that, you might have your star in the bottom there, or you could even have a star that springs up here like this, and have it like springing up, okay. As long as you can fold, and then maybe have stars down here as well. And obviously this bit will be longer, this will be longer, and this bit will be at the bottom, and we'll work out what we're going to do with this piece here, okay. So it's not so obvious that there's a square here perhaps. So disguising it's like the decoration bit, but this is, at the moment, this is just working out how we're going to put this together. Okay, but these stars would fold down into the box like that. Okay, and then you can just kind of, then you can just put that together. And the idea with this is so that it's like a destination wedding bouquet, so you can put it in a box, and then what you can do is you can pack it away for your wedding day. Okay, that's the idea with that. Okay, right, so we're going to start, I'm going to start by showing you the measurements for this box. Okay, I've also got, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this way, but an idea of how we're going to do the concertina. Okay, I don't know if we really need these tabs. We could perhaps do it just like this, maybe. That's what this live is all about. It's just about experimenting and seeing which works best for the video. Okay, which thing works best for the video. So these are made of paper, but when I actually do the actual video, I'm going to do it with some 300 GSM, but as I haven't got much 300 GSM, actually I don't need this. I don't know what I'm doing, sorry. What I need is my pencil and my ruler. Somebody needs to help me out here, they really do. Okay, it's just, I'm not sure if this is big enough now, is it? Oh yes it is, because I measured it. But this is the measurements I've got here. So what I normally do is I normally work out my measurements before I come on the live. That's what I normally do. Okay, so I've done that. And also we've got measurements on this piece here as well. So they're like the main pieces for this project. So this square is 18 centimetres all the way round. So it's 18 centimetres square. Is that what you say? I think that's what you say. And so that's what we want to do here. I'm going to measure that. And so I'm going to do that first. So what we want to do is use our ruler. Preferably you've got a straighter ruler than I have. I've used this for numerous projects. And I know it's terrible, and you probably would say, Kim, how could you actually do that? Because you're just ruining your ruler, because it's plastic. I didn't have a metal ruler, and so what I did was I used my plastic ruler when I was cutting straight lines, and so this isn't quite as straight as it could be. Okay, but so that's my fault. That's my fault. Yeah, that is my fault. But it's okay. I've got my scoreboard, which can help me with some of these measurements to make sure that they're all kind of straight. So at the moment, I'm just, I can't believe I'm measuring on the live, but here we go. I'm just measuring 18 centimetres all the way around, and I'm going to join it up as well. So I'm going to do that with my pencil, my trusty pencil, which could be sharpened more. Okay, right, okay, and then we will just join that up as well. Okay, and that, you should have a square that's 18 this way. Okay, 18 all the way around, that's 18 there, just checking it. So, and then 18, obviously the other sides are 18 as well. 18 centimetres, I always measure in centimetres. Okay, and then you want to score. Sometimes what I would do is I'll draw the lines first before I score. But do you know what? In this instance, what I might actually do is I might actually just score them so you can see how it's done. So I'm going to just, so you want 2 of these. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay, yeah, I have got one of those trimmer things, but I haven't quite got the confidence up to use it. How stupid, isn't it? Because once I do use it, I'll probably realise it's a lot quicker at making some of these squares. And let me know if you have got a trimmer, and if you use it a lot, because I don't really use mine. I've got one, but I'm not used to using it. I just use it. I'm old-fashioned. I'm old school, people. I'm old school. So you can see that's the same size as that. So what I'm going to do now is, we've got to cut another one of these, but I'm just going to score this. So what we want to do is, I've got my scoreboard, and this is in centimetres, okay? So I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do 3 centimetres. This one's okay, you can do this, score this one. The other one, I think you need to, the other one you need to cut down before you score it so it fits inside the lid, okay? So this, if we do this, as this is 3 centimetres, okay, so you're doing 3 centimetres on every side, so 1, 2, 3, okay, and then 3, 1, 2, 3 on that side, and then 3 on this side. And I do like my scoreboard because you might think, why is she doing it like that? But I know this is accurate, okay? My ruler is terrible, but I know this is accurate and it's all squared up, so that's why I like it. Okay, so that's that one. So that is going to be the top of your box. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put T in there. So that's the top, because we're going to cut down the bottom square. If I can make the bottom, actually what I might do, we can do that in a different colour and then we'll know which one's which. Okay, I couldn't tell you what GSM this card is, but it's because I bought this a while ago, but it's quite thin, this one, so you could do your bouquet out of this. 18, so 18 across, and I'm going to turn that over and then I'm going to do 18 this way as well. I like to try and measure against a straight edge if I can. Okay, and my eyes don't always see the right numbers, but we get there in the end, don't we? We do get there. So 18 this way, like that. Okay, so I'm going to just draw a line across here, so we've got that in there. Okay, it might not be straight, but just bear with me, it's okay, we will get this right. Right, okay, so 18. Okay, it's a little bit out there, so I'm going to move that over. That's a little bit out, that line. It's okay, we can rub it out. I'm just trying to keep myself calm here. So if I just join that, there. Right, okay, so maybe that will be, yeah, that's as close as I can get that. It's a little bit out actually, but this ruler is this ruler. It is this ruler. Workmen should never blame their tools, but I'm blaming mine at the moment because I don't think that's as straight as it could be. Let me know if you hate measuring. Mind you, if you hate measuring, you won't be watching this because you won't want to do any of this measuring stuff. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is close to accurate. I'm going to bring in my scoreboard and I'm going to, yeah, there we are. You can see that's dead on there. So if I just do a light score line down there, I know where to cut that. That's just in there. Oh, that's just make a little bit more. That's it. So I cut that along there, and yeah, you can see that where that comes there. Okay, so that's your 18 and your 18. Right, so I'm just going to follow that score line when I cut it. Right, so I'm gonna, so thanks for watching. If you've just come on, that's lovely. I can see with, well, obviously on this live I can see there's not many people on here at all. There's no one on here at the moment, but if you come on replay, thanks for watching. Just to check in with the people who might watch this after it's been recorded. Okay, so if we bring back this one, that's not bad. It's a little bit out, but that's quite good. Okay, so we're having this as a top one, and this one actually is quite good because that one's a bit smaller than the bottom one anyway. So what we want to do is we want to cut this in a little bit more so that it will fit the bottom, the top of our box. So I'm just going to take a little bit off around, but you only want to do it around on two sides. Okay, you don't need to do it all the way around. So I'm going to do that and then just take a little bit off here. Okay, might be too much, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so that's a little bit off there. Just shave it off, and if you've got a trimmer it's probably more accurate, but can you see that's kind of coming a bit, and I think that's enough. If it's not, then this is a prototype, so we will actually, if it don't work, then we can do it right in the video basically. So this is your bottom, so this is the bottom of your box. Okay, so what we're going to do now is score this one the same. So we bring this back. Oh, sorry about the camera moving. Where's my, oh, there it is. Okay. Right, so we're going to do 3 all the way around, 3 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay. Turn it and then do 1, 2, 3 there. Turn it and then do 3 this side. And then turn it and then do 3 that side. Okay, I love a scoreboard. Do if you're not good at measuring, get a scoreboard because they're brilliant. They really do get your lines straight and in the right place. Okay, so yep, so that's your bottom and that's your top. And now I can't even remember what we have to cut here now. So we go on here. We had, I haven't got an example of how I cut them, how I cut the this is going to be interesting. I think, now I'm thinking, what you do is you, please let this be right. Please actually, let's try it on here first, okay? So we just, I think you just cut down your score lines like this. So these are your score lines, okay, that I've drawn. You cut them down. I'm just doing this just to see if that's right. Okay, and then what you do is your score lines fold inwards, yeah, like this. Let me know if you've made a box before. You're probably ahead of me on this one. Yeah, that's it, like that, okay. So what you want to do, I'm going to do it on the other side just to make sure that I'm right with this. So I made so many boxes, but I really do like to have, I think it's like that, and then it's like that. I really do like to have an example, and I didn't have it ready at all, because you know what it's like with Christmas coming up and everything. My head is buzzing with all different things that I've got to think about. I don't know if you're the same, but yeah, lots of things going on. So yeah, so you would obviously, you've got to trim a piece off of the edge of that so that it sits right, but that's right, isn't it? So it goes in like that. So we're going to do that on this one here. So if I just, I'll put it up there so I can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to trim, cut, get my words out in a minute, cut up to there. So if I just fold that in, you can see where I've cut that. I can bring it up to the camera as well. I don't know if you can actually on the device in front of me, I can see the lines, so you should be able to see the lines there. That's where you want to cut it to. Okay, and then do the same on the other side. This is just a prototype, everyone, so if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. On the video, I tried to make it as accurate and easy to follow as possible. Actually, probably you need to do these, bend these score lines first. We'll do it on this one to show you how the easiest way is of doing that. But then I'm gonna just bend all these score lines inwards to make the box. Okay, I think these might even be different thicknesses of card. I don't know, there might be. So then I like to what I like to do, I'm just gonna fold that upwards so that I can basically see what I'm doing and you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just get my small scissors and I'm just going to cut a little bit off the edge of, so you could use this box for, I'm going to do the same on each one. You could use this box for I don't know, I might do this deeper, I might do. You could have it for anything really, for gifts, for Christmas or birthdays, anything you like. So if you just come on, I'm just doing a prototype for a bouquet, and it is a bouquet with a difference because it is a fold down box bouquet. So this actually folds down so that you can take it on, so you can take it to your wedding. So you might want to get married abroad or somewhere like that, and you might want something small to pack into your suitcase. And so this is the idea with this. If we can make this work, we can actually pack this down into your lovely suitcase and take it away with us for your destination wedding. So I might trim that in there as well, but we're just at the moment just seeing if it works. Okay, so this one, what I was saying before is if you just fold it first, that's probably the best thing. This is going to be a bottom piece, and we'll see if this goes in, and if it doesn't, I'll know next time to take a bit more off around the edge. Okay, so then we're just going to do the same with this one. So I'm just gonna do that so I know which way around I'm doing it. Right, I get confused. It doesn't take much to confuse me, people. It really doesn't. It doesn't take much. Right, okay, everybody knows that, who knows me. Right, let's just cut that up to just do the same with this one. Okay, that's what we're going to do the same with this one. Okay, right, exactly the same. It's so simple, Kim, it really is. Okay, right, so then we're just gonna, can't believe I'm doing this live. Right, okay, we're gonna just cut a little bit of a sliver off each side. Okay, right. I have done this a lot of times, I really have. You wouldn't think so, but I have. Okay, I've done it for things like I like to fold that back just so that I can see what I'm doing. I've done this for things like Christmases, basically. I'm doing a lot of boxes and cards for Christmas this year, and doing my YouTube videos and lives. Taking too much off there. Hold on. Ooh, the scissors have got stuck. My YouTube channels and videos and lives in between. So I think I'm going to have to, that's just, see what I mean? It doesn't take much to, there we go. So take that off there. Okay, I'll try and get rid of these bits out of the way. I've got a little basket over here where I'm putting everything. Okay, right. So now what we want to do, now this is the moment of truth, because we want to see if this actually fits. Should I trim that in as well? I might trim that in as well, just to is it worth trimming it in? Can't remember what you do. If you've made a box before, tell me, should I trim these pieces in if you're watching? Otherwise, I'll just make my own decision, which is just get on with it, Kim. So I'm going to use some, I could use Sprit stick, but I'm going to use some hot glue because I know, well, maybe not. Let's not do hot glue because we might want to take it apart again if it don't work. So that's what. Okay, so this is just ordinary Pritt stick, so I'm just gonna, I won't be using this for the actual thing, the video, the you know, when I actually make this for real. I'll be using a 300 GSM, and I just don't like to use my best card for the prototype. Okay, and I will be doing basically I'll be probably sticking it with either double-sided or hot glue because I think that's much stronger than this. But I just want to give myself a bit of leeway here, so that's why I'm using this Pritt stick. I haven't, it's the only paper glue I've got, so yeah. Anyway, that's me. Well, I'm very limited with my materials and my glues and things. There we go. So that's the bottom, and this is the top. So we put this one together. Okay. I'm going to put one on each tab there, like that. Okay. It has to be kind of square, otherwise it won't fit. So fingers crossed that this fits. I've done measuring in lives before, and sometimes it's just really gone really bad. It's really gone bad. But so this is the top, and that's the bottom. So we're just gonna try and get this on here. Okay, it's a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight. Oh, it's gone on. There we are. There we are. We might need to make that a little bit smaller. Okay, but that goes on there. And like with this one, you want these pieces here just so you can pull that out, otherwise you're going to have problems pulling that out. So what I do for these bits at the side is just measure the middle if you want it accurate. I'm not too accurate in this, but this is 12 centimeters, so we just do 6 there. Okay, and what I'm going to do, actually I might even bring that down. I could bring that down a bit there, like that, and just you can just draw a little half circle on there, like that, and then cut that, and then do the same on the other side. Okay, so I'm just gonna this is just fast to make it easy for us to so it doesn't really matter with this. It doesn't matter if you see lines and things. If you're going to do a prototype, you might not need to do one because I'm doing one here so you can see how it's done. But you don't need to worry too much about little bits like this. It's just whether it works when you get it together. So just making it easier for you to lift the top of that off. Okay, yeah, that's top. For a minute I thought I'd done it the wrong way around. Apparently it doesn't matter. So yeah, right, okay, so just cut that like that. Okay, and that's your box. Okay, and then we've got to work out which part you would want to hold as the bride. So that's together like that. See how easy that goes in quite well, actually. I'm quite pleased with that. So if that's together like that, which piece would you like to hold? Would you like to hold the top bit or the bottom piece? I think the bottom piece would be easier to decorate because it hasn't got this piece here. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to measure this out. Okay, and then we're going to try, I'm going to do a few of these and see how this works. I think really I could change this. We perhaps don't need these tabs on here. Actually, I'm tempted just to do it without a tab on there to see how it works. So I might do that first. So let's have a look at how much card we've got left. We've got 2 pieces of card. We get that on there. Yeah, we get that on there. So if we're not going to worry, we could just do a long piece and not bother joining it together. And I just think, let's just do something that's quicker if it works. Why not do something quicker if it works, right? If it doesn't, we might have to shuffle around, look for some more card. But let's do that. So this piece of card is, well, these squares are 8 centimetres by 8 centimetres. This card all the way across is 17.5 because we've got the tab on there. But if we do it 2 8s are 16, right? Just like a long strip. What do you reckon? Should we give that a go? Just give it a whirl. I mean, we've got that under there. We could do it up here. And if it doesn't work, we could start doing the other piece under here. And I've got another sheet there. So let's do it. Let's do it together and see. Mind you, I think I can see why it's done like this now. Because, sorry, I don't mean to talk, but I'm just using you as a sounding board, people. If you've got a big long piece of card, you could probably do it so it all folds down, right? But here we haven't. I haven't got a big long piece of card that I can use. And that's probably why this is done like this. I'm saying that because I've seen it somewhere else. I've seen this, something like this somewhere else with tabs on it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change it up because it's not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. So I'm going to do 8 because I don't want to do it exactly the same as I've seen it done. Right, that's not fair to nick somebody else's idea, and that's not what I'm doing here. I'm recreating it as a bouquet, so it's different. Right, so I'm so honest, I'm so transparent, everybody, and I hope you don't mind me saying that I did actually see this somewhere else. I can't even think where it was, but right, okay, so right, so we're going to do this different. We're going to do, each square is going to be 8 centimeters. Okay. So I'm going to measure. Actually, the easiest way, let's do 8, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 8 there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do another 8 there. Okay. So we're going to do this different to, right. So we've at least got 3 pieces that are together there. Okay. And then, yeah. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to measure 8 across here. And 8 across here. 8 there. 8 there. Okay, right, so this is going to be, I'm going to just bring this across down. We're going to do this piece a bit different, so we're going to bring that down. Right, I think it's easier to do it this way. Right, just join that up there. Okay, it's not really straight, but I just use, oh, here we go. I use my scoreboard to resolve the bits that aren't accurate. Okay, so that is your, so I'm gonna cut that out, and I'm just gonna score it because my scoreboard is more accurate than my ruler, because how I've actually damaged it. Right, okay, so cut this. So we're changing this up, guys and girls. You could actually do this as circles. I just thought we could do this as circles instead. So what was the 18 one? Oh, gosh, was it that one? The 8, sorry. I don't know. I'm going to cut it to the furthest line, okay, and then I'm going to correct it with my scoreboard. Right. So where are we? So bring your scoreboard back, your trusty old scoreboard, and right. So I'm going to do 8. I'm really frightened in case that is that 8 there. Yeah, that is. Just didn't look like 8. Okay, so we've got a piece of card 24 by 8. So yeah, 24 long by 8 across. So we're going to do 8, and then we're going to do another 8. Okay, and 1, 2, and so that should be 8 there, which it is. Okay, more or less, give or take. Okay, that's 8 there. Okay, so that is, so see what I mean? It's much easier. I can actually score it the other way as well. Just if it's a thick piece of card, it's much. It's nice to have it scored both ways. Okay, because you might want to bend it both ways. Okay, so yeah. So that is that, and that is that. So that is easier. So you could just do a few, if you have a long piece of card, you could do a few like this, a few like that. So let's do another one the same size. That's going to work, and no problem with that. So we'll do another one, what was it, 24. I'm going to score it so I know where to cut it. So I'm going to cut this piece off so it's easier to so 24 by, what did I say? Did I say 8? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, by 8. Okay. 24 by 8. So 24. So that's your 24. So I'm going to cut that because we don't need that piece, because that line there is 24. So you've got a lesson here in how to use your scoreboard. Okay, there we go, that's 24. And we'll cut this piece off as well because we only want 8 on there. Okay. Okay, that's that. Lots of measuring in these lives, people. If you're not keen on measuring in lives, I did have a poll in my post here, my post tab here on my channel, and it was asking what you'd like to see in a live, and one of the other things was decorating the bouquets as I finished them off. So let me know if you'd like to see that instead, and I'll be happy to do that in the next one. Okay, so this is 8. So then we're just going to do 8 all the way across. So we're going to do like 8 from the end. So 8, and then I'm actually going to do it like this. Turn it around and then do 8 from the other end. Okay, that's easier that way. Do the same on the other side. Turn it over and then do 8. So you've got 8 squares. Okay, there we are. So just, I don't know how many I'm going to do of these actually. I'm just leaving this out for a minute because I think I might do some more. And just fold it both ways. Okay, yeah, right. So that is, so what's going to happen here, now you can see how this is going to work. Right, will this work like this? Maybe it needs, okay. If you're going to do it like this, you need to have a tab somewhere, or you'll have to, what you'll have to do, yeah, it needs to have a tab. I couldn't think like that. But it would all be joined together. If it was one piece, you could just join it together. Well, it would be joined anyway. So let's pretend that's joined. Okay, I'm going to stick that on the back there and pretend that's joined like that, and then you can see how this works. What I've got in my head, what my idea I've got in my head for this. And actually, I might not even do. This could change a lot. My prototypes change a lot. Right, I'm going to take this scoreboard away for a minute. My prototypes change a lot when I do my videos. It's just how it goes with these things, because will that work? So let's just, it needs to be a concertina. Okay, so it needs to go back like that. Okay, it needs to go. So see what I mean? It doesn't take much to confuse me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to glue that on there, so don't get too confused. Okay, I don't want to be confused, people, I really don't. But we won't do it this way in the video. We will actually just do it as one long piece, because I've got some lovely long pieces of GSM, and I'm long sheets of GSM. I've got some A5. Is it A5? Sorry, A. What's the big size? We go A4, don't we? And then we go A3. I think it's A3. So it's bigger than A4. Okay, so right, so it goes like that, and then it sticks in there like this. Perhaps need another. So that would be in there like that. So it folds inwards like this. I feel like I need to put another one on there, just so that you can see, because it needs to, like, what it really needs to do is this, and it needs to be longer like that. So it needs to, or it doesn't have to be longer. So if I just tuck that in there, you can see that if that was the end, it would do that. Okay. Sorry, I'm still working with this, because we're not doing it. I'm not going to do exactly like this. So you can probably hear the cogs turning a little bit here. I need something to go on there. I don't know where my stars are. I had a big star somewhere. So these have got to be really big stars for this to... I don't know what to do, another one. Should we do another one? These don't need to be this thick. That's what I was thinking. You could do them thinner. That way, oh, there's your stars. There's one there. So I have really, in this time, I've done this prototype that I'm going to have it based on. But when I do the video, I'm going to change it up quite a lot, I think. I want to do another strip, so I'm gonna How long was this? 24, wasn't it? It's not 24. We need to use another piece of card if we put another strip on there. Anyway, so that's what would happen. So you say that's the top, then you would just fold that inwards like that. Okay, so that would fold in like that, and then you can pack that into your bouquet. Okay, so that would, and then that would come out, and you'd have lots of flowers on there. You'd have lots of flowers, not flowers, stars. We can have stars on here and decorate it. So there's lots of things you could do with this. You could actually, I want to do another bit. I'm going to do another bit, okay? But what you could do is, let's just do this one. Let's do another one of these. I'm going to do the measuring on here because it's a whole lot easier if you know where you're going to score it. So 24 by 8, isn't it? So 24. So I'm going to just bring that 8 down there like that. Okay. So I'm going to do 8 there. Turn it round. Actually, I've got to cut this now. Let's just cut this down so it's easier to do this. Right. We aren't going to do this exactly the same. We're going to change it. Right. So I keep saying that, don't I? But I just want you to know that it's not going to be the same. So 8, 24. That's your 24 mark there. So I'm going to cut that off. So 8 by 24. So that's 24 by 8. Okay. And then what we want to do is turn that round. So we've already got a score mark from the end to 8 centimeters. So we want to do the same on the other side. Okay, and then you want to turn that over and then basically do the same on this side here and this side here. Okay, so just fold that in. Okay, and what I'm thinking in my head is this doesn't have to be square. This doesn't have to be square. You could do this. You could cut this as round pieces together, or stars, or anything you want really. You could, it doesn't have to be square. So I think we're going to do this bit as a top bit. Okay, so that will be stuck in there, and that's better, isn't it? Did I have another? Where's the other one I just done? I thought I did 3 pieces, or is it just 2 that I've done? So that goes there. So that'll be glued on there, and then that can go in there like that. Okay, like that. So I want to change this up. So this is just to show you how this works. Okay. I haven't had a chance to experiment with this to make it my own. I'm going to just glue this on here. And this wouldn't be doubled up either, because basically we have a long piece. We have a long piece of, most of it will be long piece. So it's all joined together, so we don't have to glue it. So, like that. It's a bit of glue to that. So it goes like that. Okay. Oh, actually, you don't even need that piece on there now, because that's a bit more. I just wanted to see how it would work, to be honest with you. Is that out? It seems like it's slightly out. No, it's 8. So what I was thinking was, we could cut that piece off, couldn't we? Either that, we could have it so it goes. It needs to be an even number, I think, so that it will actually. Actually, you don't need to cut that piece off because you could have that and then that could tuck in like that. Anyway, I was thinking you could sort of decorate it with stars and stuff like that, but so that would be the top and it would just kind of hang down like that, and you could just put stars and things on it. But I'm just thinking, let's just say if that was a circle, there we are, look, that fits. So what you could do here, just to make this a bit different, is let's take this away for a minute. You don't have to have squares, okay? And I think I'm going to change. I'm going to I keep repeating myself. So I'm going to draw, this fits exactly in this square. And this is diameter. Wait a second. Just over 7.5 centimeters. Okay. So I'm going to draw around this like this, because really the way I see it, and actually we might even make this narrower because it needs to go in the box, and we might want to do more or make it more decorated around the side. So if you just do this, okay. Oh, let's move it over a little bit more. Okay, we don't want that off the edge really. We just draw circles like that, and you can have this how you want. Right, this is a adjustment here. So yeah, you can do it all. If you've got a big long piece of card, you can do it like this. So should we start cutting this? Let's start cutting this. So this could be stars or anything along here. You could do some template stars and join them together, okay? I want to do that. I think that might be what I do for the video. I might actually, so we don't really want this bit in here. Okay, so just cut that. I'm just showing that you can have this any shape you want. Any shape you want at all. Okay, this is a little bit tough because this is a double piece that I'm cutting through here. Okay. As I'm doing this, there's other ideas coming to me, all right? So bear with me if I go quiet. It's because I've realised, I'm just going to turn this around so it's easier for me to cut it. But I've just realised that there's so many different ways of doing one thing, especially lots of things I do. I feel I start to do them and then I'm like, it's like the last, I haven't showed you, but the last fold down bouquet that I made, I don't need this on anymore, this hot glue gun's on, but I don't need it. I'll show you in a minute, so stay tuned for that because I'm going to be off in a minute, but I want to show you that. You can have a look at the video for that one as well because it's already on here. I realised with that one, if you've seen the last video I did, which was the pop-up wedding bouquet, if you've seen that, if you haven't, go and have a look if you're interested. That one's a fold down one as well that you can put into your case to take with you to your wedding. And with that one, I realised that you can do it that in different shapes as well. It's very versatile indeed. And it's nice to have a design what you can like that you can change up. It's really nice to have that. um, I really like that's really nice to have. You could even have a square, a circle, a square, a circle, couldn't you? You could. Like I said, you could do a star there, but I haven't quite drawn that out yet. So let's just draw some more circles here. Good idea just to move your circle up against the edge, because you don't want to cut your circle out. You just want to cut it up against the edge, so you've got this join. So you've got this join here. Okay, and you could do this with, it's a bit like, I don't know if you ever did the paper chain ideas and things where you had like flowers together and snowflakes. It's like that sort of concept. It's like that. Okay, so I'm just doing this roughly so you can see. So you can have any shape on here. And perhaps now you can see me doing this, you're thinking, yeah, you can have heart shapes on this. So you could actually really change this up and have some heart shape. This is just the first shape I thought of. Yeah, circle. And by doing this, I can see that some of this, I'm just going to have to join it, but you can sort of see that I've gone on the edge there a little bit. But I'm just going to cut some of these pieces out like this, just so I can see what it looks like with the circles. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out, I'm going to, see how I'm going to decide how I'm going to do this, whether I'm going to do, see what I mean? That's a circle there, and it's not really near the edge. It needs to be near the edge, because you don't want to cut that right in. So I'm just going to bring that up there like that. Yeah, that I didn't really quite get that accurate, but that's okay. We can sort of see the rough idea of that. Yeah, so have a look at the if you like this, we haven't got far on it, but if you like this idea, I'll show you in a minute. Let me just finish this. I want to finish this off now so I can see what it looks like. We will probably do this in metallic card. I say probably because sometimes I think that, and tomorrow I think I'm going to be going out and doing a bit of shopping, so I might find something else I could use. If not, that's probably what we'll use. Yeah, that was a bargain, that metallic card. I mean, 50p for 10 sheets. Bargain. Yeah, there's a charity shop quite near me, and they sell some really lovely bits of card, and it's so cheap. It's just wow. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I saw it, if you know what I mean. So should we do this last? We might as well do this last one, and then what we'll do is, let's bring that up there a bit more, is I'll show you how that works, what it looks like. And I think we're going to do, I think it'll be nice to do a series on this actually, or a playlist on it, and with the different shapes. Let me know what you think about that. You could do that. So yeah, I'm just really here just to help you to create something original for your wedding day. Okay, that's what I'm here for. And the reason why is because basically I wanted something original for my wedding day, and in the end I created it myself. And I just thought, wouldn't it be lovely to have somebody on here to help me out, somebody who creates different things for my day. And I didn't find anyone, so I thought, oh, perhaps I should do that. Perhaps I should come on here and show you lovely brides how to create something lovely and original for your day, something that's totally off the wall, something that's totally different from anything else that's done. Okay, just to let you know, my wedding bouquet was a heart-shaped wedding bouquet with lots of different colours. I had rainbow roses on my in my wedding bouquet, and it's just what I wanted, and I didn't worry about traditions. I didn't worry about that. So if you're a bride who's not really looking for much traditions, then you've come to the right place. Right, okay, so you can see now that is a little bit more floppy. So I just wanted to see how that would work. I could see it in my head. And I was thinking, how is that going to possibly work? You could even do the box round. So that this might change quite a bit when we do the video. Let's have a look at the video when I do it. Okay, it looks like a caterpillar almost. So this will be the top bit, and this will fold in like that. Okay, and then we'll have our right. How will that work? So yeah, that will actually, that works better. Somehow falls back better, doesn't it? So this is why you score it on both sides, so you can see how it's going to work. So yeah, so that would be like that. Okay, that would hang down like that, and perhaps you'd put some stars or flowers on here. And I like the fact that this is slightly thinner than the squares. I quite like that. And you can bring this out, so you might put something else under here, and you could perhaps bring that out, because you can have your stars quite a long way out on this. Yeah, they've just got to fit into the box, okay, so that you can fold it down, so that you can just bring that in, and that folds down. Well, it'll be the other way because that's the top, but yeah, then you can pack that away. Perhaps that needs to be slightly smaller. Pack that away like that. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. And like I said, you can, I'm actually do a round box for this. If you do round, you could do a round box, in which case the measurements are going to be totally different and everything, but that's how it goes with these things, isn't it? Things change up a lot. Okay. You could even have it so it's not hanging straight. I don't know if that would work or not. So just playing around with this, I'm going to go now. I want to show you the bouquet that we were doing before, if I can find it. Okay, bouquet before. Let's put the prototype here as well. So this is what we're working on now. Okay, like the bouquet that we did before in the other live. I haven't finished decorating this, but this is a prototype for that. And it changed quite a bit. It was quite complicated when I first did it. Okay, and you put your hand in here, and your bouquet's on the front here, and you just fold it down into your case. Okay. So this is what we've made out of that. So that is your handle there, or you would have it like this. Okay, like that. Okay, and that's how that works. I haven't finished decorating this, but I will. Okay, and if you want to see me decorate this, let me know, and I could do it in the next live if you'd like to see how, some more decorations put onto this, because I've got to finish it off. So yeah, I have to finish this off. So just folds down like that, and you just pop it in your case. You could actually make a box for that if you wanted to, or we could actually have it so it ties down somehow the back, so it's not going to spring up in your case. But yeah, I think that's quite good. It's quite simple to make. So if you want to go back and look at that video, it's on my channel, and it's in the pop-up playlist. Okay, that's where it is. So have a look for that. And I might actually, what I'll do is, I don't know if the pop-up playlist is linked below. It might be. If it's not, I'll link it on this live. Okay, and this live, so that's that one. So this live is going to be available to watch for a little while, perhaps after I've broadcasted, so after I've gone, and it will be processed by the morning. So have a look out for this live, and I might even put it in the posts that you can have a look out for it, and I'll put it on as soon as it becomes available for me to processing is finished. It takes a little while for the live to process, people, and so I have to. I'm new to this, so I have to look, work out a scheduled time for when you can have a look at that. But it will be on here. I'm babbling now. Sorry if you're on replay. I'm babbling away here. It will be available to you tomorrow, and if you're watching on replay, it's already available to you, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. So let's just wind this up. You'll see this in this prototype will be for the next video, which I'll be creating very soon. And yeah, let me know if you like this video. Let me know what you thought about this project. Give me a little comment below. How would you do it differently? Would you do it like this? Would you do it square? Would you maybe cut these as stars and do round boxes? How would you do it? What else was going to say? Yeah, so you can like this video. You can also subscribe to this channel to see more lives and videos just like this one. And yeah, and it helps the channel to grow as well. So I think that's all I need to talk to you about. Look out for the next video, which will have this in it, and it will show you how to create this lovely fold down boxed bouquet, which you will be able to put inside your suitcase. Okay, there we are. So I will see you again soon. Okay then, bye bye everyone. Take care. Have a lovely, where are we? We're on Wednesday, aren't we? Have a lovely week. Okay then, bye bye for now.